Hey guys, how's it going? So this is my 1970 Plymouth 440 6-pack Cuda. This car is painted in lemon twist yellow. So this car is actually a Campbell Collectibles Rapid Transit Mopar edition. So this car, again, it came with a document. Well, I don't have the documentation. I bought this car used, so the box is in really rough shape and no documentation. So, but the car is in good shape. Yeah, so it's a 446 pack. See if I can pop the. Well, let's go around the car here. Relatively good shape, this car. Again, the box suffered moisture damage, unfortunately. I think this model, I tried to do a little bit of research on this thing, and from what I could tell, I think it's 1 out of 2,800. This is not a serialized chassis car. You're just relying on the documentation. Again, I wish they would, I mean, you can't change time or nothing like that, but I wish they had have stamped the chassis on these cars, regardless if they came with paperwork or not. Overall, not too bad of a model. So this is a 1998 edition. Alright guys, just wanted to apologize about the light there. It's kind of dying out on me. Just had to swap batteries. But yeah, so this is a 1998 Campbell Collectibles. I'm going to put some information at the end of this video. I'll show you the proper paperwork it had and all that jazz. Campbell Collectibles was like an off, like it's an Erdl, they're Erdl cars, but they're like just an offbeat company. They do like specialty ones, but the interior is not too bad. It's got like a simulated. You probably can't see it. My apologies. So it's got like a somewhat simulated textured floor in it to resemble like carpet or something like that. And the seats almost have that kind of texture on them too, which was pretty good for the time in 1998. I mean, a lot of these started coming out in roughly 92 or 93, I believe. So this is really early still for diecast, but still not too bad detail. Car's in relatively good shape. Like I said, it had the box did suffer moisture damage, and whether or not there's a few little I don't know if you guys can see it. Hard to see on camera probably, but whether or not that's from the moisture damage, there's a few little you guys probably can't see it, but they're like a little bit flaws or bubbles in the paint, but they're not that bad though. So there is a bit of a mark on the hood here, but that's not a scratch. That's actually glue from the straps they put on these, and I'm going to touch base on that subject in another video because I got my own beliefs and disbeliefs about keeping straps on these cars, whether or not you should take them off, but like I said, that's for a whole nother video. And there's a little bit of bubbling up here too on the hood, whether or not that's factory imperfection. It could be too. Could be caused from the straps. Who knows? There's a little bit up here as well. You guys, again, probably can't see it. It's very mild, though. You can barely see it. But this is, so in these areas is where the plastic straps go. And right up here, too. They come right over the top. And sometimes they go through the, well, I shouldn't say over top. I don't think I've ever seen them go over top, but through the doors mostly. But it's in that generic area. Just flip the car over here. So, yeah, pretty basic detail for the time. Could probably paint you could do more detail work on this car. You could paint the transmission silver and then do your exhaust or something like that. It's all separate, it looks like the exhaust is, so should be, yeah, I think you can pop it off, I believe. Possibly paint some other stuff under here. Okay, so here's the engine. Again, pretty basic detail for the time. You got your 446 pack in there. So yeah, like, I mean, it's not like super detailed. It's basically looks like an engine, really squared off valve covers. So this is one of those cases where I wish Acme would make some real high detailed Mopar engines like this, because this car would be a perfect example to swap out something like this for something that's way more detailed. But even still though, they got the shaker on the inside of the hood there. You guys can see it up there. I got the little sticker there. Yeah, just pretty well basic in here. They do have an alternator on there, and looks like a fan belt and stuff like that. You got your rad hose. Your battery's not painted, and neither is the brake booster, but this is stuff you could detail as well after the fact. But I wish, like I said, I wish Acme and maybe some other companies should hop on the bandwagon and make some really detailed engines, so that way people could swap these out. But it is what it is. Like for this car, it really wouldn't matter to keep it original, because it's missing the paperwork, and plus the box is kind of, it's not the greatest, but I'll show you guys here in a second what the box looks like. Okay, so it's got the Mopar Nationals 1998 license plate on it there. Got your gull wing on the back here, and the louvers pretty good shape still. Alright guys, let's show you the box here. Okay, so here's the box. It's got the American Muscle, the old style box. Got the yellow Club Mopar Cruising 1998. The nice thing is, I will say this about the nice thing about the Campbell boxes is they always had like a nice background in them with pictures of other Mopars or whatever kind of car it was. That was always pretty neat. One neat thing that they did. This box does not have an item number on it. I tried looking for one and I couldn't find one, so like I said, this box is pretty rough. The doors on, oops, a second here, the doors on these are starting to kind of split and come apart, so I'm going to try to do a restoration on this box. It's not going to be perfect, but I'm just going to basically strengthen all this up, and I'll show you how I do that for another video, just to try to make the box last a bit longer. So if you look at the side here, there's your 1970 Plymouth Cuda 446 pack, and that's your the rapid transit system. It's like a style of Mopars they had back in the day. Any Mopar guy will know that. Yeah, so back here it just basically gives the basic rundown of these cars, and shows, it's always kind of neat reading these little messages they got on the back. Gives you a little bit of information too. Just tells you about the car, 446 barrel, etc., what the prices were and stuff like that. It's kind of nice having this on the back still too, because the documentation that came with this would have had some of that information in it as well. Yeah, so I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't find an item number on the bottom. Sometimes I'm blind and miss things, but I'm pretty sure you just got a barcode, and then that's where Ertl Collectibles was out of. Campbell Collectibles was out of West Webster, Apple River, Illinois, and the Ertl Company was out of Dyersville, Iowa. So yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I think that's the chassis stamp number. It should be on there. Yeah, there's nothing on here. Usually when you didn't find them on the bottom, they were on the side or the fronts or the sides, but this box doesn't have that. But again, it's an Ertl collectibles box, or Campbell collectibles box, I should say. I can't speak today, good grief. Alright guys, I think that's all I got for now. I just want to say thanks a lot for watching, and we'll catch you later. Cheers.